This may seem like a long time in the future, but in January of 2020, there is going to be a conjunction of Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And there's a lot of talk about when things like this have happened before, in the 1920s, but that it could have serious, nasty repercussions for the economy, for the financial situation, or who knows what else. So I'm trying to kind of feel that energy. What should we be bracing for? What should we be? I mean, the economy is cyclical. It gets better, it gets worse, it gets better, it gets worse. It just does. I mean, that's just how it is. When things are good, squirrel a little money away for when things are bad. And that's. But, is this going to be bigger than that? Or is this something we should be more careful about? Or more of a shock to the system? So, tell me how the conjunction of Saturn and Pluto is going to affect the United States and the rest of the world in January of 2020. Pluto-Saturn conjunction. Pluto-Saturn conjunction. Pluto-Saturn conjunction in 2020. The energy feels more impersonal, which is kind of nice after the sheer number of readings I've been doing on Trump and his ilk. Saturn and Pluto conjunction 2020. Yeah, the energy feels much more straightforward. Judgment. But Pluto is it's kind of like a big plow. It tills the soil so that new growth can come. And Saturn gives form, but it also limits and constricts. So this card actually, this might be like China and other countries or other people who are holding U.S. debt. And let's see what's the reading. Where's the reading? In the past, America was very prosperous. But a lot of that comes from just that stereotypical American spirit of rugged individuality, which yes, it has some downsides, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst philosophy. There are certainly worse philosophies in the world. Enlightened self-interest would do us a lot more good, but above it, that's partnerships. Oh, another partnership feeling card. But America has made agreements with other countries, financial agreements, not just trade, but with banks and the base. Things are not good. This feels like the opioid crisis, and this is children who are poor, starving, the truly downtrodden, most helpless and downtrodden Americans. So that's what I'm getting around the reading. Justice. I'll turn cards over here. Just keep turning cards over and see. Home environment. We're going to take quite a few hits. We're hoping that we can just with our productivity and good old-fashioned Protestant work ethic. Okay, death card does not necessarily mean death, but in Pluto, Pluto is Hades, god of the underworld, god of death, who is not all bad. It's not the devil. Let me see here. Quick monetary reactions by the Federal Reserve or whatnot. And a lot of stuff going overseas. Yeah, there's going to be a serious constriction. We're not going to go under. It's not going to be 1929. It's not. No, that's not going to happen. This almost feels like an international justice for some policies we put into some cruel policies that Trump put in place. Or I don't. This feels like a court stepping forward. I want to know more about that. What is that justice? Justice about what? For what? For whom? Well, children who've been separated from their families, lawsuits against the United States government. This isn't going to disappear quietly. And whatever constriction, yeah, but between this justice card and it, some kind of the maybe a tipping point or something key to what's going to happen is going to be related to Trump policies, what Trump did while he was in office, adding insult to injury. So, and it feels like the children seeking asylum who were taken from their parents. And that feels like a Latino woman, lawyer, Latino mothers. I wouldn't have thought that this particular horrendous, unconscionable policy could have that much of an economic effect on the U.S., but that's what these cards are saying. And is it, or maybe it's not economic, maybe it's, no, it feels economic. It has such an effect. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, it's consistent in its way. So I'm just going to go with it, but my logical mind is saying, what? But the cards and the energy are saying, no, you may not see it coming, but yeah, Trump and the sheer amount of damage he's done it already feels never ending, but it is absolutely going to seem never ending. It's just going to go on, and the ripples of his narcissism and cruelty are just going to keep going and going. I mean, we're just going to see it even much later when it's starting to fade into the past a little bit. It's still going to be there. What a jerk. All right, well, I'll put the video out. We'll see what happens. Thank you for watching.